Hi Aquarius, welcome to your extended. So, let's begin. The Lover's card. Either a Gemini or a duplicitous love situation. Five of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Nine of Cups. It all seems so wonderful. What is this destructive material loss hiding underneath all this fantastic goodness? You really thought that this person was going to offer you the world, and they've changed their mind. And if you were defining yourself based on what they had to offer or what they were making you feel, then you don't know what to do now, because that's the road you were on. This could also apply not just to a person, but to a financial situation. It can be a work situation. It can be a friendship. But you were on a certain path with it. The reality of where that path leads is very different than what you thought. And now it's time to rest and create a new path, because what you've been working at doesn't work. So what about this new path? What is this Ten of Wands? And how is it different from the Eight of Pentacles? Why is the Eight of Pentacles in reverse anyway? Oh, wow. Well, all right, a lot to say. Page of Wands, King of Wands. You go from entry level to top of the heap when you're on the right path. It's one of material doing. It has to do with authority and moving through the ranks quickly. And what takes you there? Well, it's the difference between faith and doubt. If you have faith, your work is fruitful. If you are doubtful, you are confused. If you have faith, your work is fruitful. If you are doubtful, you are confused. You can be eternally sad that someone has lied to you, that it has not worked out. Or you can collect your money. It all has to do with being honest with ourselves about what it is that we initially wanted, what we thought we were signing up for, how much we knew and didn't want to know, and owning up to what it is now. Let's clarify that Judgment card. Well, no, first the World card. So on the one hand, all this good stuff, all this love, all this connection, right? Let me just zoom in here so you can see. And on the other hand, there's so much material loss. So really having to believe in yourself, and believing in yourself really does mean letting go of any programming that you might have that tells you that you can't use all the different things on the table that the magician has on the table. Having faith in your decisions has a lot to do with having faith in yourself and how capable you think you are of handling situations. So that Four of Pentacles here is your old beliefs that you're going to have to let go of. Eight of Cups. Because the Magician energy is there, but it's waiting for you to get all this other stuff out of the way. That Magician energy is receptive. It will attract the right things to you when you get all the barriers out of the way. You're attracting a lot, including the Magician energy, but a lot of other stuff too. And that's what the Eight of Cups is about. It's about leaving behind what isn't quite not enough, but you're just not happy. You're just not happy. You're just not fulfilled. You're just not, you know, feeling that feeling. You need that feeling. You're chasing that feeling. Three of Wands, Six of Cups. You're out there looking. Two of Cups across there. You're looking for that feeling. Because to stay in a place of heartbreak, and you may have felt that you found that feeling. And then in the next 10 days, you're going, wait, what did you do? And what did you say? And how much are you drinking? Or what kind of drugs are you doing? Or what is this now? And it will get pretty emotional and pretty fiery if you feel like that person is lying to you. And pretty heartbreaking. I would suggest instead of doing all that, you just leave the person alone. Leave the person alone. They really don't deserve. And especially if it's one of these two characters, because I feel like, one, it's asking for balance and there is none, but also these two people are like so needy that I would definitely be cutting off both of these people. Just for your, you know, if you're going to have the tower moments, maybe it's better to have your own mini tower moments, you know, and get rid of what you know. It's like having trash in the house and just waiting for someone to come along who's sick of walking by it and saying, hey, can I throw your trash out for you? Maybe it's time to throw our own trash out. It sure looks that way. The Tower, Ace of Cups, Knight of Cups. Yeah, it's when you find out that the love that was offered to you wasn't what you thought. I wouldn't be surprised if the person doing the offering was a Taurus. Or, look at here, wow. Or a Cancer. What's funny about this is my personal belief is that out of everyone in the zodiac, Cancers and Taurus cheat the most. So it's what it was all predicated on was a lie. And you're finding that out. And no, it's not the most pleasant feeling. But also there's a lot of benefits here because it's soon enough that it's, you know, it can be handled. If you're dealing with a Pisces, you may feel like there's some deep truth about them that you're learning, and they may feel in turn that you have been deceptive with them. It's a confusing energy between the two of you right now, and I don't think it's anyone's fault. It's just perhaps better not to actively engage that person right now, especially if they happen to be working on something that, you know, would go against your personal interests. You have to leave behind things based on personal interest and start making decisions from a much more material place. And of course you can do it, and it's the right thing to do, it's a smart thing to do, but it may be very difficult for you to sever ties with what you thought was the person or the job or the thing that you were going to get. You know, that Ten of Pentacles dream. It's very hard to swim away, paddle away, row away from what was offered to you, which is what you always wanted. So it's difficult to acknowledge now that, you know, a rebirth is upon you. That phase of your life is ended and you have some hard choices to make about whether or not you want to keep some dead weight around, about whether or not you want to Next up, we have the Leo card. So it's important for you now to take care of the ego, man. Like, it's going to be a little bit bruised. There's a high level of duplicity. There's, you know, a fear that cynicism would set in. There's a fear that, you know, you would never want to invest or be in love again, or invest in love, invest in someone. It's, you know, but you should, and you will, and I wouldn't be surprised if there are earth signs were wanting to invest in you. But again, be careful, because ulterior motives, because you just don't know, because they may be seeing in you something that's more for their gain than for yours. If it's a Virgo, they may be coming around saying that their luck is pretty terrible without you. That's true. But do you want to take on their bad luck and get back into a really tricky situation? Especially when it's like kind of maybe that they're married or with someone. Very dicey situation. Steer totally clear of that. And if you don't steer totally clear of it and you go running towards it because you feel it is your destiny, I think it will end with very hurtful things and words and situations. So if you're dealing with a Libra, they're coming up really, really strong. Also, legal stuff, paperwork stuff, karma, what is owed to you. That Libra is in a partnership that is sucking the life out of them and very stagnant and very stuck. Be sure that you don't become the person fighting their battles. Remember back to when you've done this before and you've tried to fight other people's battles, and remember how it's gone. Those people end up being quite fine with how things are and don't change anything, and you become the one who is full of regret and blamed by everyone for stepping up and doing something when no one else would. Don't jump in front of a bus just because it's coming down the street. It's not always your place to jump in front of the bus. Even though you see it, that bus is not meant to hit you. It's meant for whoever it's meant for. You jumping in front of the bus, it doesn't make whoever was supposed to get hit by the bus, doesn't make their life easier. Their karma just has to find another way to find them now. You didn't make anything easier for anyone by jumping in front of somebody else's bus. Not for yourself, not for the other person. But there is some sort of strange ego boost in it. And that's a whole different conversation. Right? Okay. It's really obvious to me here that the most important thing you can't let people fool you just because you pity them and feel sorry for them that they're trying to fool you. You know, going along with the joke, or however you want to say it, just because you feel like that person isn't very bright, only goes so far before they're really taking advantage of you. Okay. So, outside of being taken advantage of, the work situation, if you feel it's a stagnant situation, things are going to get easier, things are going to get better. But don't let the cynicism bleed into other parts of your life. And remember that even though it's been a bit of a tough go, that everything is great and everything is going to be great and everything is working towards being great. And no matter how you feel right now, your emotions are temporary and things will turn around and you will feel better. Okay? Love you. Bye.